Hey guys, it's Nadine. I go by Sally99, and today I am doing my first YouTube video on this channel that is like face-to-face. So I'm feeling this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I haven't made a video like this, at least just by myself on my own channel, in a long time. Probably since about 2018, 2019, which is quite a long time. So today I am doing a video on DJing. How, when and why. So I was requested or recommended to do a video like this. If you don't know, I did a poll on my Instagram. If you don't follow that already, make sure you go follow that. Sally99, it'll be on the screen and in the description and available to find on my profile. I've done a poll on my Instagram asking what I could do to make my social medias, just everything a little bit more interactive. Because I think that's quite important. It's all well and good to just post mixes, you know, quick shorts and stuff, but I want to feel like connected with my audience. So yeah, I was requested to make this video and here I am. So I'm going to go a little bit backwards and start with the why, and then I'm going to kind of give a bit of a list or like a bit of a checklist on how, for those who are thinking of getting into DJing, they're not quite sure, they don't know what to do, it's a little bit overwhelming because it is, and hopefully I can give some guidance. So why? Okay, so I've always been a creative. I've never really been someone that's like really academic. So yeah, I've always been into art, but more like fine arts. So paintings and drawings, etc. But I've also really been into like essay subjects, like English, and I've been pretty good at history and RS. But I've never been someone that was really into anything else. So like math, sciences, STEM subjects, not my thing, not good at them. And that's okay, we can't all be good at everything. But yeah, I always knew that I was a creative and that I would end up doing something creative. So yeah, I'd always been into music, but more just listening to music from a young age. I've been listening to like oldies and the classics from as long as I can remember. My mom introduced me to Soul to Soul, and that has been probably my favourite music group ever since. And obviously, as you all know, if you have been following me until now, I'm extremely into like garage and house. So yeah, I was introduced to those genres from young too, and also just like classic 90s stuff and R&B, hip hop. I'm super into that, and that's always been something that I've been listening to. So yeah, I'd always just have a passion for music in a sense, and you know, we'd always hold like barbecues. Yeah, music was just a thing that kind of brought my family together, I suppose, in a certain sense, or how I felt connected to the people around me was music too. So yeah, I took English and art for sixth form. If you don't know what that is, it's the education that you do from ages 16 to 18 here in the UK. So you can do sixth form or college, I chose sixth form. And I was doing English, art and photography. I'm still into all those subjects and I still do a bit of photography here and there. I can put some of it on the screen if anybody's interested. Yeah, I still do photography. But it was just not, I never felt connected to it to the point where I felt like I wanted to continue as a career or make money off of it. I felt like, it just felt like doing it knowing that it was going to be what I was going to do for the rest of my life, it felt like way too much pressure to the point where it just wasn't enjoyable anymore. So yeah, I stopped doing sixth form and I switched over to college, where I study at a creative college, and now I take music production, and I've really been loving it. Little bit of vulnerability here. You know, I love making music, but it's definitely still something that I am, you know, just gradually learning, and I haven't felt confident enough to actually post what I'm working on my pages or online. It feels like I always get to a point, especially when I'm making a track, I get to a point where it's like, okay, this is sounding good, I arrange it, and then this doesn't sound right, and this doesn't sound right, and it sounds like, okay, obviously that's gonna happen, but I feel like I haven't grasped the steps to kind of glue it all together to the point where the end result sounds good. And I feel like I've just been waiting for that perfect moment where I'm like, oh my god, now's the time to post it. But that hasn't come yet, and I think as creatives we're always looking for the perfect time, and the perfect time is now, and I need to learn that and stop putting so much pressure on myself to the point where, you know, it's like, god, you're never gonna post anything, are you? So no, I am actually gonna post some stuff I've been working on, snippets, clips, and hopefully sometime soon I'll be releasing my first single. And I am currently working on something kind of like modern dancehall, R&B-ish, but more modern dancehall, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So hopefully I can finish that and get it sorted and released. But for now, I'm just focusing on kind of just pursuing everything, but giving each thing the right amount of attention. So yeah, let me stop rambling on. So there's the why. And yeah, so it definitely is hard to juggle both things, like DJing, producing. Obviously you can see I have a bass right here, practicing and learning bass. I think as an artist, I just want to be so well-rounded. In the future, I think I want to end up like on a radio station, DJing and hosting, and also doing festivals and clubs, etc. So I'm trying to be really well-rounded and kind of good at everything, so I could do everything, you know? I feel like it's hard to be a jack of all trades, but I'm gonna try and be one, because I feel like it's just, yeah, good to have a couple things under your belt. So again, let me stop rambling and go on to when. We'll go into when. So so I started DJing in December of 2023. Yeah, December 2023. And I'm still learning, don't get me wrong, but I'm just learning to just keep going and stop nitpicking on the small stuff. And the more I practice, the more you practice, is the more you'll just improve. So yeah, I started about what am I under? Yeah, 2 years ago, nearly 2 years ago, coming up now. And yeah, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love doing birthdays and events and just seeing smiles on people's faces when I play songs they like, and it's just lovely. And yeah, so about 2 years ago, I think I knew that I wanted to pursue it as a career. Probably about midway through first year of sixth form. And ever since then I've been on the grind. And how? Okay, this is where I'm going to need to be a little bit more precise with my explanations and try not to ramble, because I could ramble about this forever, because I feel like people just like me put way too much pressure on themselves when it comes to starting out like a new project or new hobby. How? Step one, you want to get an app or a controller or whatever. My first controller was a puny little controller called a DJ Hercules MK2 something like that, and it done the job. It done the job fine. You don't need to start off, if you want to do this, that's perfectly fine, it's up to you, but you don't need to start off getting a huge £1,000 deck or controller and deciding that maybe you don't want to continue this hobby, and now you've got this and you've got to sell it and do this and that, just buy yourself a small controller. I think it was about £50. You can probably get one second hand for about 35-40 quid on Facebook Marketplace, and just get learning. Hop on YouTube, get learning. That's the main thing. 2, how are you gonna learn? YouTube, social medias, best friend. That's your best friend. If you want to go and pay for a course, you can do that too. That was never something that I pursued. I'm pretty sure there are places where you can go and get lessons and pay per lesson. I know people that have just taken a course and just got stuck in, really. So if you feel like it's better to take a course than to teach yourself, because sometimes I learn better with a face-to-face, etc. Just book yourself some lessons if that's what you want to do. 3, build your music knowledge. Just listen to music. Make sure you listen to a lot of music. It will help you in the long run. It will help you to build your library. Some of the longest time you will spend as a DJ is finding music. So I've always been someone that loves making playlists and super long playlists. So I had already started off with a ton of music in my playlist, and I just use that to build my library, and I listen to new music, listen out for what's new at the moment. But I'm gonna get onto that. Make sure you try and find your thing, your niche, your originality. That's really important too. But we're just on the basics, you don't need to really worry about that. Which brings me to number 4. DJ what you like, mix what you like, mix the music that you love, because just finding what people DJ online and following them, when you're just starting off practicing and learning how to beat match, etc., certain genres are going to be more helpful and easier for you. But when you start getting a little bit more comfortable, make sure you're doing what you like, because that's what's going to make you want to keep practicing and spending time out of your day to get better. So yeah, my next step, practice when you can. Make sure you're just constantly trying to, enjoy yourself. It's mainly about enjoying yourself, and before you even think about getting a gig or doing, stuff that's gonna get you out there, just make sure you enjoy it and that you're comfortable. Okay. Next step, when you're ready to book a gig, maybe I'm missing something, but we're gonna go on to booking gigs. If you're thinking about booking a gig, I would say to get yourself comfortable, one of the best things you can do is an open deck. Not necessarily an open deck night, something where tons of DJs are going to be there, etc. But an open deck night at somewhere chill. For example, my first ever set I done in public was an open deck night at a restaurant, and it was lovely. There was not tons of people in there. It was quite chill, just some nice chill house music, stuff that I enjoyed because I love house music, and it was lovely, and it made me feel so comfortable because I thought, do you know what? You can do this. And if you go to the place and say you've started with a small controller and you go to the place and they've got a huge thing, before you go, first thing you want to do, ask them what controller they have. So then you can go on YouTube and search it up and then make sure that you can correlate, okay, what I've got on my laptop and on my controller. If they've got a huge all-in-deck controller, you can be like, okay, this is here, this is there, etc. So when you go, it'll be easier. I'm blessed that at my college they have decks there, big ones, so I was able to practice on them beforehand. But even if not, please don't stress. When I tell you, it's basically the same thing. It's just in kind of different places. So say if you can get to the place about 5-10 minutes earlier and literally just play around a little bit, get yourself sorted, learn a little bit, or even the day before you go over the open deck night, if you can ask them if you can just have a little look, that is probably going to be enough for you, especially if you're already comfortable on your own decks, because more than likely what it's going to be is what you've got on your computer, that's going to be on there all-in-one. And all-in-one, I'll put that on the screen if you know what that is. It's just a set of controllers, a big set of decks or a controller, whatever. So yeah, that's all I will say. It's hard not to stress. I stress at practically every gig I go to. Beforehand, I am shitting it. And then I go in and do it, and I'm just like, oh, managing your nerves is really important. Also, just remember that like most of the mistakes you will make, and you will make some mistakes when you're a beginner, just carry on. Don't panic, just carry on, fix the issue and carry on, because especially the tiny mistakes, nobody's really going to notice but you. Unless you're in a room full of DJs, I highly doubt that anyone's going to notice that you, I don't know, you forgot to turn the volume up a little bit, or you accidentally missed the transition but you got it right in the end, so it's fine, you know. Nobody's going to notice those types of mistakes. Don't worry about it, don't dwell on it, just continue. It's all a part of the journey. It's the journey. And about buying your controller, or something to practice with, what I will say is that you can always, if you don't have the means to buy a controller, you can always use, like, there is that app DJ, or I can put another couple DJ apps on the screen where you can practice. And so until you can get a physical controller, you can always use apps. And I will say that Rekordbox and Pioneer is not the only way to go when it comes to practicing. There are a lot of limits to Rekordbox. So if you want to go with something else like Serato, my first controller was a Hercules controller, so I was using Juiced. I think it's pronounced Juiced. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen. I can never remember how to pronounce it. I think it's Juiced. I was using that, and I actually prefer that to Pioneer. It felt like a little bit more freedom. But yeah, I'm currently using if you're interested, I'm currently using the DJing 400, and I really like it. It's like quite compact, very portable. I've got, make sure, oh my god, please, if you're going to start doing gigs, make sure you've got a case. I have a scratch on my dent from not having a case because I forgot to get one before my first like gig-ish, and yeah, I totally regret it. Please get a case. So yeah, I've got a little case for it, and yeah, it's perfect. I honestly prefer it to all-in-one so far. I think I am gonna upgrade the size, but I don't really feel the need to, because yeah, I like it, and you don't need a huge controller just yet. A good tip I heard when I was kind of thinking about upgrading controllers was upgrade to something that, like, you know, you can pay for based off what you're making, like when you're doing your gigs. I didn't necessarily follow that to a T, but I kind of did consider that when I was buying this, because I'm like, okay, I'm not really doing enough gigs to the point where I'm gonna need a like huge all-in-one controller or something that's gonna cost me an arm and a leg, you know, when I haven't even made like 200 quid for one of my gigs yet, you know what I mean? So yeah, don't pressure yourself when it comes to that. Take it slow, because you know, DJing, it can be quite expensive, depending on what equipment you buy. So I wouldn't pressure yourself into buying a ton of stuff, like expensive stuff at least, until you know for sure, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, time to upgrade. So yeah, that's it from me for today. I hope that it was informative, and I hope that you can take something from the video. And if you have any requests or any recommendations or anything you want to see, please do tell me. I really enjoyed doing this actually, and I've just liked actually being able to kind of respond knowing, okay, this is what people want to see, because I can only do what I think people want to see. But if you know that you want to see something from me, tell me. You know, some ideas if you want to see like my equipment, or if you want me to talk you through certain parts, or if you want me to expand in the comment section on anything. Ask me questions, talk to me, I am here. If you don't already know, I'm currently offering my DJ services. My price list is on my social medias, so if you want to go and check that out, feel free. Yeah, I'm going to get back on being a little bit more consistent with my quick mixes, but I think, yeah, I've just been taking a little break from them, because I felt like after a while it was more just me pumping out stuff rather than like actually enjoying it, you know. I've been enjoying doing the longer mixes. It is pretty hard to get them on SoundCloud, that's the only thing. So yeah, I will be trying to put those on SoundCloud soon enough. But yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, evening or night, whenever you're watching this. And I guess I'll talk to you guys soon if I do another video like this again. Yeah, thank you, bye.